Coming up today, a bit more of last night first, and then what's happened today. So last night, after the live video crashed, my phone completely crashed. I had to turn it off and turn it back on again because it froze and wouldn't do anything. We carried on, we turned the lights on because it started to go dark, and we've only got a little bit left to do, but I'm going to finish it, I'm sure, because there's no rain on the horizon and the whole field is cleared. Well, we've done it. We've got it all in. 50 acre field, but we couldn't be it the other day, but yeah, all cleared. 25 past 9. It's now stopped raining as well. Last we cut was still 29% though. Just back at the yard now, that dry is nearly full. Them drying floors are full. Sam's just tipping the last load out there now, and then I'm going to put this combine in that shed. So that is basically what you missed last night after the video and after the live crashed. This is the first of 3 today going to Manchester. They've already took the others last week, this week. No dust blowing off the chipper today. Plenty blowing out that trailer. It's just been loaded with wood chip. You can see it all stuck to everything, all over the tractor. They have to be washed before it can go out because you can't see out the mirrors. Roundabout update. Nothing happening by the looks of things. And there's another Frontier wagon coming to pick his second load up. First one's gone through with no problems again. Andrew's got the old brush on now, which is what we use for the yard. He's sweeping up all the bits of straw that are starting to block the grids because it's obviously rain. Got the timber for the gate, taking a picnic bench up there because, like I say, someone's having a party there on the back of the fence. I'm just going to wash the table though because it's got bird book on it. At the other farm now, Charlotte's been cleaning it all up, getting it all spick and span for someone that's having it for the weekend for a party. Got some sunflowers from the maize. Grass is cut, shame the weather's bad. Trees looking great. Sofas have arrived. Hot tub probably wants lighting, ready for them. There's the well. Looks amazing. Available on Airbnb very soon. This is some of the wheat we cut last night. You can see how wet it is because it's not really wanting to flow in the dryer. But it is going in. That was what was left that wouldn't fit on the drying floors. And we've got some visitors from, where's it, Berkshire? Yeah. All the way from Berkshire to the sunflower maze. Don't know whether anyone else has noticed this grease on the window, but Charlie has. And he wants to take it off anyway. There you go, it's gone. So that'll improve the video quality now. Yes. Project new gates, getting there. Not much farming today. I'm draining the hot tub at the moment because it's obviously too wet to cut anything. We've got some barley that we've got to cut. Loads of people were saying yesterday, why did we not put the straw on the floor just to mess it up for the builders? Well, the problem is I kind of need to work with them because there's another 40 acres the other side of the village that they're doing something on, and it's still got spring barley on it. It's still green, so we need to try and get that next week sometime if I can. But they're on about moving on to that very soon next week, so hopefully they'll start on that field and I'll be able to get that barley off, but I didn't want to mess them around. Good thing about this hot tub is though, you just grab hold of it, yank it upside down. Nothing to them, by the way. If you want to make one, that's how you do it. Yank it upside down, clean it out now with a hose, put it back down, connect it all back up, fill it with water, light some logs, off you go. Don't know why, but the mini mailer looks even smaller part next to a little brick building. This is the sand paddock. It's still never really been finished. It's got weeds growing in it now. We've got to put a fence over there and a thing of membrane and level more sand and have a good tidy up and finish project shed. But we're just project gate today. Gate's coming on now. Just tidying up. Got all the scrap to go back. Some rubbish that's been blown around the hedge. Get rid of that. See the sign for here now. Now, if only I knew someone with a laser cutter that cuts steel. Quick summer barley update, growing well. You can see in the rows that way. It's a bit disguised this way where the stubble's a bit higher. But if you walk over, it's probably a bit windy, sorry, but if you walk over, there it is in the lines there. But it's hidden by the stubble. But in a few weeks, it'll be higher than the stubble and it'll look green, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. But yeah, looks good. These are some sunflowers again, sown at the same time. See that one split out, and there's a shell come up with it. I'll go and have a look at the oilseed rape now, see if that's any bigger. Check for any sort of damage from slugs or flea beetles and things like that. We've put our gateway blockers in the way as well to stop cars driving on the field, but they're not quite wide enough, so we're going to dig a trench next to it. In the field of oilseed rape now, it's took me ages and I've come back far from the gateway, and I've just found one that's got a little bite mark in it, which could have been from an aphid or a flea beetle. So you can see it's cut a little hole in it. Anyway, all looks good. You can see here some a bit chewed by a slug, and then these here have obviously been chewed by slugs. So there's a little bit of a burr patch there, but otherwise it looks pretty good, to be honest, and you can see it all along in little rows. So looks great there. Did use quite a high seed rate because you basically got to sow one for the slugs, one for the pigeons, and potentially one for the flea beetle, but we don't normally get them around here. So looking good. I've never seen a thick crop of rape do bad, but like I say, I want it to bush over like cabbages before Christmas, well, before winter, so the pigeons can't land in it and flap the wings. So pleased with that. Forgot to say as well, all that grain that went into Manchester, into Frontier, all went through without a hitch, all make the same spec as what we told them it was. And what we did do though is brief each wagon driver to say, look, this is what we say it is, unless they say it's the same, do not tip and ring us because we'll have it back. Anyway, it all went through without a hitch, so no problem there. So top tip, if you're sending grain in somewhere, get the wagon driver to make sure that it's there's no claims on it before he tips, and ring you if there is, because otherwise it's too late once it's tipped and you're then fighting a claim. Anyway, that was all good. Also, Sam's got a video of the fence kind of gate that's finished where it is. Precious cargo on, the glass and the window frames for the village hall. A load of volunteers are going to put them up tonight, so, well, cut the hole at least. So I'm going to go now with the frames. It's a bit tight the gateway getting in, back them in, take the frames off, they can mark up where it's going, come back and then take the steel work up there. Yeah. To me, to you. Watch that post.
Get this on your video, Ollie.
It's on it. There's the Liverpool adventurers. Playing Hunt the Pallet, folks. We have 3 sets, but one set we can take on and off each of the other set. And can I find them? Nope. They were at the other farm. And I don't know whether, unless they're in that bucket. Maybe they're in the bucket. Might be in the bucket of this little maybe telehandler. Let's see. Nope. That's just full of rubbish. I'll have to use the other set, but there's just a bit of a fast take on and off. The visitors of the Sunflower Maze today that came up to see the farm, I think it was in Berkshire or Berkshire, it was in the same place. They basically watch this channel as a family, which is nice. And the people last week as well did. Does anyone else like, am I like essential family viewing, is it? Am I like The Simpsons? You know, I can kind of understand the kids watching because there's like big tractors. And adults watching it might be nosy, I don't know, but it's funny because everyone seems to watch it together. So who else watches as a family? I can't find any pallet forks now. I'm going to pick 2 pieces of steel up, put them on the low loader and take them back to the village hall. And the pallet forks have vanished. I'm obviously really tired because I've just remembered where the pallet forks are. They are here. And I got the bale spike, that bale spike, to lift the bales off the trailer from behind them less than 2 minutes ago, but I just couldn't remember where they were. Oh, and there's another set. Well, there's still a set missing, there's still the orange set missing. And they're on. They have little catches on them there, you see the little silver catch that makes them stay on automatically. We have a set where we don't have the catches on, just for lifting things really quickly. They're like aren't important, or when you're not working near things or going over rough ground, you can just slip on and off like a pair of slippers. But they must still have been left at Brookhouse. The crusher bucket for that big 35-ton digger is actually coming on Monday now, not today. And can you see the difference in size between the 13-ton digger part next to it? It makes it look like a mini digger. You don't realise how big that thing is until you park a reasonably sized digger next to it. It's huge. Now I think what I'll do here is I'll drop it on the trailer from the opposite side, and then that way when I get to the village hall I'll leave the forks on the trailer as skids, ratchet them down, and when I get to the village hall I can drop my trailer off that Merlot and hitch up to the forks and lift the steels off all at the same time. Whereas if I drop them on that way, when I back in to the village hall I won't be able to get it because of the fence. So bit of common sense there, which is hard to find these days. So now I have to get off, lift them latches up like that, and lower this bar down out of them. Whereas the other forks, I'd have just dropped it off dead easy. There we go. And now just shove them on square, throw a strap over them, and off we go. They fall off the forks. Nope. There we go. Bit of a big trailer to move a little bit of steel, but that's all we've got in the yard at the moment. It's empty. Just noticed the damage fairy's broken something. Don't know who's done that. Can't have been my dad because he doesn't drive this one. Pretty good this trailer to have these really long toolboxes. You can get bits of wood in and different things like that. Just doesn't have to make the door heavy though. It's like a fair bit of weight in it. Straps caps in there. There we go. That over. Does anyone know what they're called? Little quiz question of the day for you. Them little catches. If you think you know, leave a comment below. This is a random spanner. I went through the chipper the other day, did a bit of damage. Spanner's actually come off pretty well, to be fair. Got the steels here now, we've marked them out and we're going to cut them to the brick courses because then we reckon it'll be easier to put in. One of the problems with harvesting the rain, other than the obvious ones like getting it to feed through the machine, getting it to thrash properly, having to handle it at the other end and dry it, and getting it over the header, which was fine with that header, it was amazing, is how dirty it gets. Now, it looks pretty clean until you... The whole machine is filthy, and for some reason it looks a lot smaller now it's dirty. It's really annoying because it doesn't look like a new combine anymore, it's a used combine. That's probably all we've got time for today. Hope you enjoyed the live videos, if anyone watched them over the last couple of days. Quite interesting to see it actually happening live, those that sort of like reliving it throughout the day. Anyway, if you want to watch another video, it's over there. If you want to subscribe, it's over here. Thanks everyone for watching. Welcome to all the new subscribers, loads of them. I think it's the Tom Pemberton effect because he obviously name checked me yesterday and said to watch, so thanks again Tom, and we'll see you all tomorrow.